Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am creating a fairly simple Christmas card using some of the amazing products from Purple Onion Designs. These stamps are designed by Stacey Yacula. She is also a designer for my favorite things, so maybe you already know her. But Purple Onion Designs is an American shop that is selling only rubber stamps, and they also work together with Stacey Yacula. I just love this release and I really wanted to have it. So I bought everything, and there will be a lot of cards following. But first I'm going to explain you how this works. So really important to have is a clear mounting stamp, and that's this one that you can see right now, and I'm just adding it to my Misty. As you saw in the beginning, those rubber stamps are unmounted, so you cannot add them to your Misty. They will fall off if you don't have a clear mounting stamp or something else to help you with that. Then, to be sure that placement is right, because you cannot see through it, I am taking a piece of acetate and I have laid it over my panel, and now I'm stamping out my images as I place them. So if you now remove your card base, then you can see through the acetate and check with the squares on the back. So I was lucky and they were spaced out right, but what you can do is you have your acetate here, and if you want placement somewhere else, you can check how it would turn out, replace your card base or whatever you're stamping on, and then it will be fine as well. So I try to show you, there will be more videos, and probably I won't be as lucky in the following videos, although I try to be lucky. But if I'm not, then I can show you a bit better how I would reposition my panel. But for now, this works out fine. So I've stamped it out, and now I'm going to do some Copic coloring, really simple, with the idea of having the light source in the middle of these images. You will see that in my shadowing, but actually it doesn't really matter. As long as you have fun and it looks cute, it's just perfect. So I'm placing the caps on the side, and as you know me by now, I am doing from darkest to lightest, and I just go back over those spaces where I think it should be a bit darker or where the blending didn't work out that well. I just go over it. Something that I want to mention is that today it's the 11th of November, and there is a coloring challenge again, hosted by Katie. So that's on Instagram. I think it's only there. But if you're following me on Instagram, or if you aren't yet, I am going to participate. It's 11 days. This time it's a bit different than previous, because normally it's 30 days. But because there are 11 days, I think that I will participate. And the plan is that I'm going to show you 11 stamps of this amazing release that you can find on Purple Onion Designs, and I'm just going to color them, some no line, some with this like Copic markers. Maybe I will do some watercoloring with Distress inks, but then stamping it out with a black outline. So I don't know yet how I'm going to tackle it. But there will be videos on my Instagram, hopefully, and they will be quicker than my YouTube videos, because of course it's not because you color in an image that you have a card. But for this card it was quite simple to create what I wanted to do with the coloring and then with the ink blending. So my first card with these products, I love them. There is a difference between rubber, and it's not only that you cannot see through it, and the clear stamps that we are used of, in my opinion, and I also heard it by lots of other people, the amount of detail is so much more apparent with the rubber stamps. If you would compare this image with, for example, one of Stacey Yacula's from My Favorite Things, those are clear stamps, and although I love them, I think the detail on the rubber stamps is so much more precise and so lovely. So I don't think that I will be holding myself to buying rubber stamps because I cannot see through them, because the detail is just Amazing. Okay, so I am trying to keep my coloring inside the lines. If that is not working, I'm using my Zero colorless blender to push that color back in, and that's just how I'm going to color these images. So be prepared. On my YouTube there will be in the following months, and I hope before January, of course, at least 11 cards, I think, with these stamps. That's a lot when I'm saying it out loud, but I really want to use my images that I'm going to color. And if you're curious ahead of time before it is on YouTube, then you can check out my Instagram, and hopefully I will get a video up there each day with the coloring already, so that should be fun. And that being said, I will leave you to it. I will be back when the coloring is done to continue with the rest of the cards. now that the coloring is done, I'm going to do some really simple ink blending. So I'm masking off my edges because this is die cut. This panel is die cut with the basic rectangles by Mama Elepahnt out of Neenah. So I have that stitch detail, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I just like it when I can keep it white. So yeah, purple tape all the way. And I'm just going to do some really easy ink blending just on the edges on the top of this panel with some cracked pistachio. This is one of my favorite ink colors from the Distress inks, and I haven't used it a lot lately, so I am going to make sure that I'm making some Christmas cards with this color as well, because it's gorgeous, it's fresh, it's bright, and I just thought that it fitted perfectly also with the G0000 that I used on the snowman. I just think it fits perfectly, so I'm just blending. I don't mind going over a bit of the images because it's light enough, and if I go over the snowman you just won't see it even. So that's that. And now I'm going to protect my sentiment. Why? Because I'm going to splatter some white gouache, and although I want it over my images to have the appearance of having the snow falling, they should also go over my images. But the sentiment is so precious, I just want to keep it like this. I also teared the paper because I wanted some sort of an organic place that isn't covered with these splatters, and that's why I just didn't like cut it out or measure anything. This way it's a bit more fluent. And I'm just splattering all the way. And I don't know how it is about you, but when I'm splattering with white gouache especially, my whole desk gets covered and there is barely anything on my card. So I think I might be going to use some splatter boxes for that, because it's getting ridiculous. Also something I want to mention currently, and I don't know in the future, but there aren't any matching dies for these stamps, which is for me some sort of a bummer, but I also like one layer cards. That means that I will probably do some masking in the future for these, or fussy cutting. I got some scissors, thanks to one of you, the amazing Annette, sent me 2 pairs of scissors, and I already tried them out, and I must admit, good scissors make the difference in fussy cutting. I'm not a fan completely yet, but I have already done some fussy cutting already. So that's my card for today. Really simple, really quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will be back soon with another one. Bye!